Good evening, everyone. It's 5:30. We have a short Board of Health meeting tonight before we have our regular city council meeting. So I'm gonna go ahead and call the Board of Health meeting to order, and Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember McIntyre.
Here.
Councilmember Reese.
Here.
Councilmember Hoffman.
Here.
Councilmember Cavanagh.
Here.
Councilmember Galloway. Here. Mayor Johnson.
Here.
Approve the minutes for meeting number 3 on June 17th, 2025 as presented. Recommendation, approve the minutes.
Move to approve. Oh, sorry, Mayor.
Second. Any further discussion? If not, Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember McIntyre.
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman.
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh.
Yes.
Councilmember Galloway.
Yes.
This is the time, place, and dates to consider condemnation of the structures on the property located at 614 East 4th Street in the city of Ottumwa, Wapello County, Iowa.
I'll go ahead and open the condemnation hearing, and I believe, Jake, you're gonna present this.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, council. The structure located at 614 East Fourth was placarded October 26, 2024. It was placarded due to a total loss, fire. There was no insurance on the property. Very little interest has been shown on the property, and it continues to be a dangerous nuisance. There have been multiple missed inspections, and there's no current repair plan or permission. Condemnation notice was served by certified mail, posted on notice on the property, and in the Ottumwa Courier. The staff recommends demolishing the structure at 614 East Fourth.
Does council have any questions for Jake regarding this property?
You mentioned that there have been missed inspections. What kind of inspections after a fire? What kind of inspections?
Yeah, so especially if this one was badly burned as it was, we still carry through with the progress inspections. Even if we can't look at the property due to the structural damage, we can still talk to the individuals and see what their thoughts are. In this case, they didn't show up with us.
Just, they need to be showing progress on putting things back together.
Or
Getting
demolishing,
something done.
or self-demolishing the property, yes.
Any other questions from council? Since this is a condemnation hearing, is there anyone in the audience that would like to make any comments or questions regarding this property? Okay, if not, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion to close. Second?
Chris, take the roll.
Councilmember McIntyre.
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman.
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh.
Yes.
Councilmember Galloway.
Yes.
Condemn the structures located at 614 East 4th Street, order prompt demolition, removal, and leveling of the lot, and direct all costs attendant to such actions, including administrative costs, to be assessed against the property and or collected from the owner or owners thereof. Recommendation, approve the condemnation of the structures located at 614 East 4th Street.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move the recommendation.
Second. Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember McIntyre.
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman.
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh.
Yes.
Councilmember Galloway.
Yes.
This is the time, place, and date set to consider condemnation of the structures on the property located at 418 Harden in the city of Ottumwa, Wapello County, Iowa.
I'll go ahead and open the hearing, and I believe, Jake, you're gonna present on this one as well.
Yep, thanks, Mayor. So the structure at 418 Vernon was placarded July 10th, 2024. The property was placarded due to lack of utilities, dilapidated structural conditions and nuisances. The property has been mowed by the city and has had issues with not being secured. Very little interest has been shown in this, for this property. There have been multiple missed inspections. There's no current repair plan or permission. Condemnation was served by certified mail, posting notice on the property, and in the Ottumwa Courier. And staff recommends go ahead and demolishing this property at 418 Vernon.
Does council have any questions for Jake regarding this property? If not, is there anyone in the audience that has any questions or wants to make any comments regarding this property? Okay, if not, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Move the recommendation.
Second.
Chris, take the roll.
Councilmember McIntyre.
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman.
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh.
Yes.
Councilmember Galloway.
Yes.
Condemn the structures located at 418 Vernon, order prompt demolition, removal, and leveling of the lot, and direct all costs attendant to such actions, including administrative costs, to be assessed against the property and or collected from the owner or owners thereof. Recommendation, approve the condemnation of the structures located at 418 Vernon.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Approve the recommendation.
Second.
Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Reed,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Yes.
Councilmember Galloway.
Yes.
Thank you, Council.
Thank you. Those were the only two condemnation hearings we had tonight. Is there any other business that needs to be dealt with regarding the Board of Health? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the Board of Health meeting.
Somewhere.
Second. Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Reed,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Yes.
Councilmember Galloway.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call the Ottumwa City Council meeting to order. And if everybody would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Chris will go ahead and take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway. Here. Councilmember Hoffman,
Here.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Here.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Here.
Councilmember Reed,
Here.
Mayor Johnson.
Here. The next item is to approve part one of our consent agenda tonight. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
The next item is to approve part two of our consent agenda for this evening's meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? Not, Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
No.
The next item is to approve our agenda for tonight's city council meeting. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
The next item on our agenda is the city administrator's report to the council and the citizens of Ottumwa. So I'll turn it over to Phil Rapp, our city administrator.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. So tonight I just wanted to let the common council, our city council and the public know that later this week we'll be launching a platform called See My Legacy. It's a partnership with a group that provides a digital platform which streamlines community engagement and fundraising. It helps manage memorial items, fundraisers, sponsorships, and volunteer events, providing a simple experience for community members all in one place. So some of the things that we'll be able to do with this is we can create memorial programs that provides an opportunity for individuals to look at available memorial items, be able to pay online and customize dedication plaques, or if they had a digital story that they wanted to create to go along with it. So examples of that might be if someone wanted to purchase a bench for placement somewhere and have it dedicated to someone, they could purchase that bench and the plaque to go along with it. And that would have like a QR code on there that would bring someone to know more about whatever it's being dedicated for. Picnic tables, trees, you do an adopt a planter type program. So there's a lot of different things that we can look at with that and help to help provide opportunities for people to donate dollars that they want to help beautify the community and work on things. Another area would be volunteer events. So sometimes it's not dollars that people want to donate, but it's time. We can look at creating opportunities or activities where community members can learn more and volunteer for different events. Some examples would be like community beautification, trail cleanup, community service days, things like that. Program funding is another opportunity. We can get funding for community programs through online payments, providing tax receipts and sponsor recognition. These are the ones that we're going to start with. And we have a couple that are set up, ready to launch one is for the Historic Preservation Commission, to help, raise some dollars for them. They get a little bit of a budget from us, every year. If people are donating towards historic preservation, that may, reduce the amount that's needed from the general fund budget, and can be funded through alternative means. And the other one is the Human Rights Commission, also another group that gets a little bit of a budget. A story there is they have, members that have been to different events, and people want to donate, well, then they're trying to handle cash or different things. In this way, they could have a piece of paper with a QR code, or a pamphlet they can hand out with a QR code, and someone could donate, from that. The money goes to the city, and what would happen then, whatever the person is donating for, when the money comes into our account, weekly, the finance department will get a report. Well, this person donated dollars for, a canine program. This one donated for a bench. This one donated for whatever it might be. And so we can, keep those dollars segregated and for the intended purposes. Capital projects, if there was something that we want to do, a large project or, something, I think pickleball courts is one of the things that's been mentioned. If we were starting a campaign for that, we could look to, set that up and people could donate. And once we had enough funds, you build up the pickleball courts. So playgrounds, park upgrades, infrastructure improvements, things to that effect. Again, people could get the online payments, tax receipts, and donor recognition. And if it's something specific like that, and we know the dollar amount or estimated dollar amount, it's one of those things where you have the barometer that shows how close we are to achieving that goal. And then finally, other available options, things that could be done through this, would be, different kinds of registration campaigns, interactive tours, and maybe someone with the historic preservation, if they wanted to have, different sites within a historic district, they could mark that and have, a tour set up. Event sponsorships, and then the QR plaques and digital stories. So if you're wondering if someone were to donate, what that would cost them, if they used a credit or debit card or Google or Apple Pay, it's 3.4% of whatever their contribution is, and then 30 cents per transaction. If they wanted to do it through an ACH transfer, it's 0.65% of the transaction, and there is a maximum on that of $6.50. So after $100, there wouldn't be any additional percentage on that. So just something to look for, and I think we'll have that, available, like I said, either Thursday or Friday this week.
Hey Phil, I have a question.
Yes.
So if people wanted to like donate to street maintenance, they could do that?
If we establish a campaign for that, we could have, people could be able to donate to that, yes.
Awesome. Popular campaign, I like it.
And that's all I had for tonight.
I really do hope that people will take time to check out the city's new website that was launched a couple months ago. It is much more user-friendly. It has a lot more capability, like Phil just indicated. And we also have all the boards and commissions on there, who's on them, how long they're on them. And people can now take and fill out an application, or they can also pull up a reapplication if they want to be reapplying to stay on the board or commission. So I really think the new website's great. It's much more user-friendly. It has a lot more capability than the old one did. So I really encourage the citizens of Ottumwa to really start trying to get on there and kind of play with it and navigate. There's a ton of information on there that's going to be real handy to get a hold of at your fingertips. So that's all I got. Okay, thank you. Okay, the next item, is anybody want to speak on any of our agenda items tonight? We don't have any little white slips of paper up here, but sometimes people don't always fill them out. So I always ask, does anyone want to speak on any of tonight's agenda items? Okay, if not, we'll move on. We do have one public hearing tonight, so we'll move on to that.
This is the time, place, and date set for a public hearing for citizen participation regarding proposed activities relevant to the application for community development block grant funds.
I'll go ahead and open the public hearing, and I believe Philip Burtmeyer, our Public Works Director, is going to handle this.
Yes, thank you. The Area 15 Regional Planning Commission is assisting the city in preparation and submission to the Iowa Economic Development Authority of a community development block grant for sewer system improvements. The project will consist of rehabilitating sewer mains which have been found to have high infiltration recurring problems with root obstructions, or have excessive cracking and are hard to access from above ground. Sewer lining will correct the above problems and extend the life of the sewer mains while limiting disruptions to the traffic public and those residing near the sewer pipes. And Brandon Nix from Area 15 has some items he wants to say on this as well for the record.
Okay.
Brandon.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Like you said, my name is Brandon Dix, the Area 15 Regional Planning Commission. There are a few things that I have to go over at this meeting, so the public has access to the information that is required to be told. So the need for these activities was identified in a plan this year, recently finished. The wastewater system is having ongoing problems with high infiltration in the groundwater, roof obstructions, and excessive cracking. The nature of the proposed activities is the existing system will be improved by a significant amount of sewer lining. The activity will be funded by a community development block grant program funds of $491,000, which is half of the project costs, through the Iowa Economic Development Authority. The city will fund the remainder of the project with its own funds. The total estimated cost is $982,000. The local funds will be approximately the same as the grant, $491,000. The application is due September 1st of this year. The requested amount, as I said, is $491,000. The federal funds that will benefit low to moderate income persons is calculated by the same way that the city's low to moderate income population is calculated. It's based on the 2016 to 2020 American Survey data. That shows that 53.9% of the city's population is low to moderate income, which is greater than the required 51% to apply to this fund. The project will take place in the community of Ottumwa, located in Wapello County. The primary improvement locations on the streets from South Weller Street to Madison Avenue, between Mary Street and Silk Avenue. Various other smaller locations are also planned, but those were pretty numerous, so I didn't list all of them. No persons will be permanently displaced as a result of this program. In the unlikely event that someone is temporarily displaced for their safety, accommodations will be made and funded by the grant program. The city of Ottumwa will have to adopt a residential anti-displacement and relocation assistance agreement to comply with the community development block grant requirements and will update as needed. Any other questions on the project? One of the two of us should be able to answer. The last thing I have to do is conduct a community development housing needs assessment. I'll just briefly mention there's 3 questions asked on there, or categories that we have to list priorities on. One is community development and housing needs of low to moderate income residents. One is community development and housing needs of non-low to moderate income residents. And the third is planned or potential activities to address the needs identified above. So the standard response we use is the current project is the #1 priority. And then following that, there's safe housing opportunities and encouragement of new housing for low and moderate income residents and non-low to moderate income residents. If there's any additions that anyone wants to be added to that before I draft it and submit it on the application, I would be happy to take input. If not, then I will just use the standard response that we tend to go with.
What is the amount of money that you're gonna be asking for in this grant?
$491,000.
Pretty confident you're gonna get it?
I think the city of Ottumwa always has a very strong application because they have a quite large sewer system and a lot of needs.
Yes. Any questions from council? Not, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Phil, do you have anything else?
Oh, pretty much said it all.
Any other questions from council for Philip? If not, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Move to close.
Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Resolution number 134, 2025, approving a community development block grant application for sewer system improvements. Recommendation pass and adopt resolution number 134, 2025.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move the recommendation.
Second.
Kristen, take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
Yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is ordinances. We have one tonight.
Ordinance number 3247, 2025, an ordinance amending section 2 -552, commission appointed of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Ottumwa, Iowa, for the purpose of revising the qualifications for the Human Rights Commission. Recommendation passed the first consideration of ordinance number 3247, 2025.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move to approve.
Second.
Phil, I believe you're going to handle this.
Yes, Your Honorable Mayor. So last year, City Council approved ordinance revisions related to the constitution of various boards and commissions, including the Human Rights Commission. Recently, the mayor received an application for a vacancy on said commission. Applicant has an Ottumwa address, but is not within the corporate limits and therefore not a resident. Based upon the current code, this would disqualify the applicant from membership. Attached ordinance would revise the code to include a limited number of non-residents for membership. Last year, when we were looking at the various boards and commissions, it was identified that there were a couple that were required to have city residents, those being the Civil Service Commission and the Historic Preservation Commission. At that time, it was addressed that the Human Rights Commission, under the code at the time, did say residents, but there isn't anything binding to that, and so it could have been changed or deleted out that it had to be residents only. Consistent with some of the other commissions or boards that have non-resident members. Like the library board, I believe, has 1 out of 5 can be a non-resident. This is saying 2 out of the 9, about that same 20% roughly. And so that would be the recommendation. There's only one right now that is applied and only the one vacancy. But if this would occur at some point in the future, having the flexibility for an additional, if we're going to look at revising this, maybe a way to go at this time.
I got one question here about, so how would this affect, because we did
Can't
take
hear
one
you,
off, we did take one off the water board.
That one does still require that they have to live within the city.
Right, that was my
limits of
question, and actually I asked that question so the public knew. That's a different kind of board, that board runs a little bit different, and they have, that's required that they live in the city, correct, or?
That's one of the 3 that Phil mentioned, the Waterworks Board, Civil Service, and Historic Preservation. You have to live in the city limits of Ottumwa.
Right, so I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that, for fairness.
Your Honor, I'd like to comment that I do not see any reason to approve this ordinance. There are ample number of people who live within the city limits of our community to apply for these jobs.
I guess I would just note that when we worked on this, for almost 4 years ago, we had, and I say we because I was one that helped work on this prior to coming to city council too. We had envisioned it would include like, not just Ottumwa, but Wapello County too, because even though people don't live in Ottumwa, they're still affected and they're still part of the community. And so while I understand, but what Bill's saying, those are state required, like state code that requires this. If we have the ability to add this, these issues affect everyone, in Wapello County too.
And I think one of the goals is to city and county to work together better, and this is one of those ways that we kind of to partner with them. The reason I brought up the water board is I wanted everybody, because somebody would ask the question about being fair, because I think Bill mentioned 2 boards, but that's state required, but I do believe that some seats should be open to county members so we can just develop a partnership. I don't want to cut the Ottumwa citizens out by no means, but I think it develops good partnership because I think county and cities, we're still all just one. There's no borders, and we're all just Ottumwans and Buffalo counties.
And I think the other thought too was that, preference does go to city of, people, residents of Ottumwa, but I think this position has been open for a while, correct? Yeah, you said on that, right?
It takes time to fill some of these spots. Some of them sit open for quite a while. So if you get somebody that's right across the road, but out of the city, it seems reasonable to use them.
We had how many good candidates are we missing by,
Well, and just to clarify, this particular vacancy, had just come up as somebody was rolling off and didn't reapply. So I want to just be fair with that. But there are other positions that have been open for quite some time and not filled, in other, committees or commissions. So it does happen.
I would just offer a little rebuttal that there are obvious opportunities for people to serve on county boards as well as the city. So it's not like we're opening our arms to an issue that never was addressed. And I still think we need to limit it to the citizens of Ottumwa to apply for these board options.
Not to be argumentative, Councilman Cavanagh, but I think the thing you need to keep in mind too is there could be people like right outside the city limits of Ottumwa that still have an Ottumwa address. And they're still considered residents of Ottumwa. So,
Your Honor, that's argumentative. I'm kidding. Forget it.
Well, I think it's all valid points, but, you know, like I said, I think I can, and there is, you know, the county may have positions they need to fill as well too. And I wish maybe they would open up a little bit, you know, because like I said, we're all just one, there should be no. I mean, but I see your point, but.
Well, anyone that lives in the county,
Can apply.
regardless of whether they're in the city limits or not, can apply for those openings. So it's not limited to, you have to be a member of the city of Ottumwa to apply for a county applicant, a county job.
does council have any other questions for Phil? If not, Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
No,
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Waive the second and third considerations, pass and adopt ordinance number 3247, 2025.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, Chris, take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman.
Yeah.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
no,
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
Okay. Pass. The next item is departmental board or commission recommendations and reports, and I believe, John, you're gonna handle this?
I am.
Okay.
Honorable Mayor and Council,
Wait a second, she's got to read
I'll
it.
read it first thing. Water Pollution Control Facility, VLR, cell number 2, parts replacement. Recommendation: approve the purchase of replacement parts from Vesco Incorporated in the amount of $20,625.31 for the Water Pollution Control Facility, VLR, cell number 2.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, John.
Honorable Mayor and Council. In your packet, you should have some pictures of VLR, vertical loop reactor number 2. That is cell number 2 out of 4. It suffered some significant damage, especially on the turning vanes. We had 5 of those go out, plus 1 on the edge. As you can see, some of the anchors had failed, and some of the braces on the bottom had failed as well. We're going to try to reuse those braces on the bottom. That was about a $10,000 savings. We're able to reuse those. Otherwise, the bill's going to come to $20,625.31.
Leave the pictures coming because otherwise I don't have a clue what you're talking about. You guys were really high tech down there. I don't understand your lingo that you guys use, but the pictures do help.
And if you want to come see it, come down.
I've been down. I've
I
been
know,
down.
I know. But if you want to see the parts,
Oh,
I'll show you the parts that are in the file.
does council have any questions for John?
John, can you make an estimate as to the continued life of those parts that you want to reuse? Are they as good as new, or are they something that will fail in the next 5 or 10 years?
They are new, they're stainless. Everything that was in there that had broken was stainless. If you work with it very often, you'll realize it's corrosion. It has great properties of being corrosion proof. but it is brittle. It's heavy and it's strong, but it is still brittle. And if you looked at any of the pictures, all those anchors that are in the sidewalls, those were all stainless steel. Those are snapped or wallered out of the wall, let alone some of the bolt holes in that same condition. So I would project that those really have a longer lifespan. I'm going to guess they're going to be around 15, 20 years. Just from the standpoint of the projects of our aeration project that's going on now, it's going to reduce the amount of air that goes into those cells. So hopefully we won't have as much violence going on in those cells. So,
Thank you.
Any other questions from council for John regarding this subject? If not, Chris, take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman?
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh?
Yes.
Councilmember Reed?
Yes.
Thanks, John. The next item on the agenda is resolutions. We have 3 resolutions tonight.
Resolution number 130, 2025, a resolution in support of and calling for a special election on the imposition of a local option sales tax within the city of Kirkville, Iowa at the rate of 1%. Recommendation pass and adopt resolution number 130, 2025.
Move the recommendation.
Second.
Okay, Cole Donald, our finance director, is going to handle this.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The city of Kirkville did not get its renewal on the local option sales tax, on the ballot last September. As such, the city will lose its local option sales tax allocation without a vote to renew on the November 4th election ballot. Iowa Administrative Code requires that the elected governing bodies representing 50% of the county's population pass a resolution in support of the measure being placed on the ballot for November 4, 2025. What I understand is that the last time this was on the ballot, they didn't have an expiration date on it, but it was ruled that because the original vote had an expiration date on it, and that the next one didn't expressly say no expiration, that they that it runs the same term, 10-year term that everybody else had. So it would expire on December 31st of this year without this vote.
And it's my understanding the mayor of Kirkville is sending these letters out to other towns within Wapello County as well, correct?
And that I'm unsure of. I mean, we take care of the.
Yeah, that's what it implied in here, so I just figured, yeah, we're only dealing with the one obviously for Ottumwa, but
Correct.
I think he has to get the other towns notified too, so. Because it's a county.
They thought they had themselves covered, then it turned
Correct.
out that they did not.
Yeah.
Correct.
That was the
Yeah.
reason.
The attorney that drew this up is out of Polish and Cooney, and we use the same attorney for our questions on local option sales tax. In fact, the city clerk had called me, asking about what she should do, and I said, you need to call these guys, and they'll tell you what you need to do. And as soon as they did that, we got this, and from the attorney, and we said, yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and put it on the agenda.
Any other questions for Cole from council? Okay, if not, Chris will take the vote.
Councilmember Galloway?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman?
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh?
Yes.
Councilmember Reed?
Yes.
Resolution number 133, 2025, adopting the city of Ottumwa policy to remain in compliance with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Recommendation passed and adopt resolution number 133, 2025.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move to approve.
Second. Phil, I believe you're gonna handle this.
Yes, so the Iowa Department of Transportation requires the city of Ottumwa adopt Title VI discrimination policy and sign a Title VI non-discrimination agreement with the state of Iowa to receive federal aid dollars. In addition, the state requires that the city appoint a Title VI coordinator to receive discrimination complaints. Hopefully there aren't any, but if there were, that's where they would go. The policy is required to also be stated in all contract documents, which include state and federal funds. And the recommendation is for the HR director to be appointed as the coordinator. Prior to my arrival, that's where it was. And then when we didn't have an HR director for a short time, my name got put on it. I'm recommending to put it back to the HR director. The attached notice will be placed on the website. It is necessary that the mayor is authorized to sign, not send, the agreement with IDOT confirming the policy. And that is completed every 5 years.
Any questions from council for Phil regarding this item? Not, Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman?
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh?
Yes.
Councilmember Reed?
Yes.
Resolution number 135, 2025, approving and authorizing the execution and recording of an affidavit of possession concerning certain real property located between South Market Street and South Green Street. Recommendation pass and adopt resolution number 135, 2025.
Is there a motion to approve the recommendation?
Move the recommendation.
Second. And Phil, I believe you're gonna handle this one also.
And it's really to it here. So in short, this is in the area of where the accessible playground is meant to be placed. So in coordination with Tenco Foundation, Legacy Foundation, First Resources, we're hoping to raise the funds and place this accessible play space. It's on the east side of Market Street. And as that project was being designed, there was a question about this particular parcel and ownership. After diligent research by members in the clerk's department and engineering department, it is believed the city does own the property, which just had not been recorded. The attached resolution and affidavit of possession would identify the property and properly record that research. The action is necessary to receive the Destination Iowa grant and continue the project forward. And that was the, I think, $1.4 million coming from the state. But if we don't own the land, then the project would not be able to go forward.
That money has to be used by July 2026.
It's 26. I thought it might be a little bit later, but it's,
That's what
yeah.
Kellen said, it's July
July,
1st.
okay, yeah. So there's a little bit of a short window on this, and I think Chris and anyone else who helped with your department, and Philip and members in engineering that did work on researching all of this.
Council have any questions for Phil regarding this item?
Will that be fairly easy to describe for people to know where it's at?
Well, the description was included as part of this, part of the affidavit of possession here in that resolution. And it is a description that I believe it was Garden and Associates had looked through the documentation and identified this portion as a descriptive area for that.
Okay, thank you.
It's actually a small strip of land that's north of the Rotary Garden. But just to kind of give you some idea where it's at, it's not a huge piece of land, but it was in question who owned it, and they had to get it cleared up before they could go forward with building the sensory park.
Sounds good, thank
I
you.
think we've got it resolved. Any other questions for Phil? If not, Chris, take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman?
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre?
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh?
Yes.
Councilmember Reed?
Yes.
The next item is our public forum. Does anybody want to speak on any non-agenda items this evening? Okay. The next thing is mayor, city council reports and communications. I've got a few things I want to go over. This is just basically for public information purposes. Mary Margaret, who runs Whatsoever You Do Incorporated, is again going to be the lead agency this year on the Wapello County Pit Stop. This is about the fourth year they've done this. And it's really a day where they provide services and information to our homeless population in and around Ottumwa. They're going to have towels and soap and shampoo for showers over at Ottumwa Park. This is going to be held July 31st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. over at the Jimmy Jones Shelter in Ottumwa Park. They're going to give out free clothes, free haircuts. They have care packages they distribute. They're going to have food that will be provided that day. I believe transportation to and from the event will be announced in the near future. I don't know if that's going to be 1015 Transit or somebody else, but they are going to provide some transportation because obviously a lot of homeless people don't have transportation. They're going to have a lot of services and a lot of vendors and agencies there to give out information that day, from alcohol and drug recovery to baby needs birth certificate information, care packages, clothing, driver's license, ID information, food stamp applications, gift certificates, haircuts, job opportunities, legal consultation, medical screenings, mental health information, pain and injury evaluations, prayers, showers, veterans resources. So it's pretty comprehensive, and it's all free. So they've been having more and more people come to this every year. For a couple of years, when they first started, they had it at the Oakland Bible Church on Alvey Road, and then they moved it, I think, over to Jimmy Jones Shelter because they needed more space. So if anybody would want to help with that on July 31st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., feel free to contact Mary Margaret. They're always looking for volunteers to help with this, and it's a really good way of getting some needed services and information out to our homeless population. Another thing, just a quick update, things still seem to be pretty up in the air about Job Corps. The federal judge in New York did indicating that Department of Labor is not authorized to close down job corps or eliminate their funding. However, Congress can do that. So nobody seems to know at this point whether President Trump is going to ask Congress to terminate their funding or not, but Congress is the only one that can actually terminate the funding for Job Corps. They only have about 10 or 15 students left out there. They're still technically open, but most of their staff have already left for other jobs, so they don't have a lot of staff out there. So it could be that they'll still close in a couple months, or they can stay open and try and rebuild their program depending on what the final outcome is regarding their future funding. So I just wanted to let people know about that. And then the other thing is, JBS has been issuing 200 notices to people from Haiti, Cuba, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. And these people have work visas, but they've been revoked. And the Supreme Court has upheld those revocations. So when people get these letters, that's my understanding, JBS is meeting with each of these families individually. Their employment at JBS is terminated immediately, and they have to get out of the country immediately. And I believe they're giving people $1,000 assistance to help with self-deportation out of the United States back to their home country. So I don't know any more than that, but that is starting to happen. And I don't know if they've gotten all 200 employees met with yet, but you'll probably be hearing more about that over the next several weeks. And I don't know if there's going to be other groups that will have their work visas revoked or not, but this is the first group, these 200 people. So we'll keep those people in our prayers and hope that they can get arrangements made, because a lot of these people are trying to buy homes. And if they have to leave all of a sudden, what do you do with your home and all your household belongings and all that? So it's kind of a very complicated process to get people up and leave the United States all of a sudden when they've got houses and family and furnishings and stuff and cars. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least, to see how that all turns out. So please keep those people in your thoughts. Anybody have any other comments or announcements,
I do.
communications that they'd like to make?
I do. Just a reminder that Wings and Wheels, is this Saturday at the Naval Air Station. And it's going to, there's lots going on. From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. is the flight breakfast that will be at the airport. There will be a car show starting at 11. There will be food trucks, vendors, live music. Two Bobs will play from 12 to 2. Cam Steinbeck will be from 4 to 7. And the headliner Letters from Home will be from 2 to 4. There's a ton of other things going on that, like, out there. It's gonna be a fun event. Everyone should come and support it.
Pancakes are better than IHOPs, right, JB?
They are, and it's rain or shine, we have some situation.
Rain or shine.
And the pancakes this year are gonna be over at the airport terminal, not over at the airport museum.
Right.
Correct. So that is this Saturday, July 19th. The other thing I want to say too is this past Saturday, Main Street Ottumwa had their Bazaar at Volleyball Park, and if you did not go, you missed out. It was so awesome to see Volleyball Park full of vendors and just lively. And for those that don't know, Volleyball Park is the park outside the depot, or the train station. And it was really awesome. And Main Street did a phenomenal, job. Chris did a great job. They had volunteers, but, it just kind of leads to the idea that we're always looking for more volunteers. And, especially Main Street with all that they do, and there's all these other organizations like here, just volunteers are needed in so many different organizations. So if there is an event you go to and you like it, get on that page, that Facebook page or that website of the organization and see how you can volunteer and give back to our community.
Any other comments, announcements?
I would just like to ask a question, and that is, did the city, make an arrangement for those people to set up? Or who made that arrangement?
Main Street Tunnel.
Main Street and Temple, okay. I didn't figure they just set up without asking, but
Nope, they did not.
Any other questions or announcements from any council members?
No, just one more, another situation, Joe, keeping our thoughts and prayers. We had some difficult time downtown, so I just want to give a shout out to the fire department, police department. It's affected a lot of our small business owners. So, I just want to give a big shout out to our emergency services for handling it well. And all the people who are volunteering to help get those small businesses running again. And just one shot, for our neighboring town, Albion, let's kind of keep them in our thoughts and prayers too. They've dealt with some of the same situation.
The big historic building on their square bird this
Correct.
week.
So, anyway, that's all I got. Big shout out to all the emergency workers and coming together, and let's keep supporting the businesses downtown and helping them out.
Thanks, Bill. Anybody have anything else they'd like to bring up or announce? Okay, if not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn our city council meeting.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Chris will take the roll.
Councilmember Galloway,
Yes.
Councilmember Hoffman,
Yes.
Councilmember McIntyre,
Yes.
Councilmember Cavanagh,
yes.
Councilmember Reed.
Yes.
We are adjourned. This is one of our shorter meetings. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and safe travels home this evening.